Hello everybody, and in today's daily video we are going to be answering the question, is gold ready to break up immediately? I have drawn for you two possible paths. The white path is the path where we break. This is the chart of gold on daily, when we break into the new all-time highs immediately and continue that way in Q1 2026. The path number two is that we reject first. That's what I originally thought was the most likely, and I also told you that in the video a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, that we are going to basically come back, undercut somewhat the previous low, and then come back up stronger and continue around the middle of the 2026, continue in the basically new all-time highs. The key to answer the question, which one is more likely? The key to that is this chart. This chart is GVZ. It's Gold Volatility Index. When this chart spikes very hard, the gold is peaking for the moment. This is on weekly, and I have it on logarithmic scale right now. And as you can see, for instance, in February 2020, it spiked so much. And that was when the February 2020, when gold peaked for years. That was the 2000 gold price there. So I think the same will happen if we spike as high as this line. I think that is going to be the real top for a couple of years at least. However, we are having these small ups and downs in the meanwhile, because that's how the bubbles are played. The bubble is not, it's basically acceleration. Is going faster and faster and faster, and so it's also here, like we go up. I found this blue parallel channel. This is on logarithmic, and I was thinking that we are going to go back to the bottom of this parallel channel. But you know what, guys, we don't have to do that at all. Just look at here, we went into the middle of the channel and just went up again, middle, and then went to the very top of the channel. And that's also how the bubbles, that's characteristics of the bubbles, that is happening faster and faster. Look at the price of gold. I'm going to delete these lines so it's clear. When you look at the price of gold on the higher time frames, like monthly, you can see it's going more and more parabolic. And when you look at the last gold bubble, 1960 to 1970, 1980, from 1970 to 1980, you can also see that trend there. Basically, it was going more and more parabolic, and that is happening now. So, to come back to my question, the last time we had this move up and then sideways, little sideways, was the last year when we peaked in April. Then we went the sideways for 130 days or about. Then we broke into the new all-time highs. I think the bubbles is accelerating, and I think it's not going to be 130 days again as I thought before. I think this could be easily 60 days or 70 days. So in this month, I do think gold is there's much higher chance that the gold will break up, even though the Gold Volatility Index did not go to the down of this blue parallel channel that I found. I think it might not be the case. It's not going to do that because of the acceleration of the bubble. More and more people are just positioning themselves in the gold, because it's just more and more people are waking up to the idea that, well, this thing is actually not stopping. So that's why less and less people are going to be patient enough to just, position. So what I think, to answer the question that we started with and to conclude this video, I think what the most likely is that we are not actually going to go all the way down or lower as I thought before, and then in the second half of 2026 or so we go back up. I do think that we are going to now play a little bit with the top, but not break it, maybe still just give a little maybe false signal or so. And I think in the second half of this month we could actually, in spite of me in the past thinking this was less likely, I think this could actually be more likely in the second half of December, which is, by the way, which starts tomorrow. So let's say that around the Christmas or so, we are actually going to break into the new all-time highs and hold. We are not going to come back down immediately and actually continue even more up in early 2026.